Hey guys, Mustang here bringing you another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video. And so I've already done a video on the Time Travelers Extreme Super Battle Road stage using the Heroes team. And I did talk about in the team building guide that I made the fact that you can run this team, the full Cell build. And so I wanted to do that for a video. So it looks like we are, look at this orb field, awful. So we can't get a super attack for AGL Cell. Now, fortunately, he does obviously have the potential to get a bunch of attacks. So I'm going to go ahead and get the 11 key super for STR Cell, because he gets an AoE effect. And then let's just go ahead and pop a Whis here, I guess. Obviously, with the Heroes team, I did the no item run already, so this is more about just showing off a different team that you can use, as I talked about in the team building guide. So, Cell in his first form has all of the abilities that he gets as he stacks up throughout his other forms when you're fighting multiple enemies. So straight from turn 1 in Super Battle Road, he can dodge, he can additional, he can do so much stuff. Even at 55%, he's going to be able to do those things. So he is very good. However, there is obviously still the RNG factor, because I believe his dodge chance is only 30%. I'd have to double check it in his first form. So, of course, you know, as we see often in Extreme Super Battle Road runs, if you put him in slot 1 and then there's multiple super attacks like coming his way, you're really relying on getting those dodges so that he then doesn't get you killed. So you got to be a bit careful with him, but he can be very, very powerful. So we'll go ahead and do this, because then you can quite easily finish off you. And then we got the Tech Cell from the World Tournament. Very good support unit. He greatly raises defense on his super attack, and against multiple enemies he has the chance to do an additional super. So obviously then with his hidden potential he could triple super. I remember using him, we used him on the all the attempts when I was trying to do the androids ESBR no item run, which was, you know, before the tech androids came out on global, and made it a complete joke. So shout out to anyone who was at any of those streams. I remember we had a couple of streams that were hours long of just trying attempts with those teams, which is where all the memes of 16 not guarding came from. But obviously the android team, much better now, but I feel like it still needs some very solid buffs, because recently I did a video beating Cell Max with AGL Cell's team, and you could really see in that video like the big problems that team has when it comes to the more difficult content, not having like a really good dedicated slot 1 tank. Some of their hardest hitting units like on the team are not hitting that hard anymore. It really is AGL Cell that kind of carries the team in terms of damage, and then the tech androids if you're getting like enough orbs with them, obviously. So we'll get the 12 key super for Physical Cell here, so that he can go ahead and give us a heal, take out this int guy, because he's got barely any HP left anyway. I did bring the AGL nuking item with me, just in case we could do some shenanigans. We'll see. I'm going to try and focus on getting same type orbs wherever I can, and then if we can get to the last fight and get the Dokkan attack with the AGL Cell, then I might throw out the AGL nuking items and see if we can get some solid damage off in that turn. So let's go ahead and focus on getting rid of you. We might as well attack wherever we have type advantage. Like I say, I'm going to focus on getting same type orbs as much as possible, so that we can potentially get that Dokkan attack towards the end. So I'm going to go ahead and use the mouse here. Usually my strategy for these ESBR runs when we are using items is to use some form of damage reduction or attack lowering item in the first turn. So of course Cell doesn't dodge the super attack. And then here comes another one. Can we dodge this one? No. So we dodge the first normal attack of the turn, and then we'll eat the 2 supers. So that seems like typical dodge RNG. But Cell, thanks to the item of course, not taking too much damage, getting the additional super. Does this finish this guy off, even if we don't crit? I think it might be. Oh, well, we got the crit anyway. So, and then we get the 3rd super as well. So, first form Cell just absolutely flexing against multiple enemies. He just goes so hard. Like, getting those triple supers. Like, his defense after those supers is going to be incredibly high as well. And then the int LR, he can come in clutch on the team, because obviously that 30%, if you're at 30% or less HP, he gets the transformation and gives you a full heal. He's definitely been clutch on quite a few of the Super Battle Road and Extreme Super Battle Road no item runs by having a free heal. So definitely very, very strong. And then let's see. We've got support. Can we actually... Okay, we're good. We can actually get the AoE for you. So we'll go ahead and do this. And then we'll grab these. So I think we're actually getting through this like too quickly. So I don't know if we can even get the Dokkan gauge up to the level it needs to be by the time we get to the last fight. So I might use the nuking item anyway, just to see Cell go off in that final fight. Because the final fight, you have the Demon King Piccolo, who is tech, and he can do some pretty solid damage. So it would be a good idea to get rid of him as soon as possible. If Cell comes through with the crit on the turn where we pick up all of those orbs with the nuke item, we're going to do a ton of damage. So physical Cell, even with only the 12 key, which is the AoE, and obviously does less damage to each target than his 18 key, still finishes her off. We get a full heal, so we're looking very good going into the final stage here. I think, yeah, see, he links so much better with the STR one, but the STR one is so much worse. I really don't want the STR one on rotation. And to be fair, I can't even get a super unless I get all of the orbs in the middle. I guess I could do this, right? So if we do... Let's do this, right? Let's target you because you are tech, right? So we'll grab all of these for you. We'll go ahead and we will use a Whis here. And then we'll go ahead and let's try out the nuking items here. See if Cell can go crazy on this turn. Because we're still banking on him getting additionals and stuff, right? So, should I just use the other one? Or should I save it for the next turn? Nah, let's just use it. Let's see what happens. Here's where it doesn't change like any extra orbs. Alright, there we go. Okay, so, Demon King Piccolo... We'd have to rely on the crit, so I kind of want to one-shot this guy and then see if we get the additional, how much damage it does to everyone else. And then we can even get the AoE with STR Cell. So this should be looking pretty good on this turn here. So in LR Cell, 5.3, do a nice chunk of damage to King Piccolo, and then hopefully we get the additional with our first form Cell here. And what's he going to hit? He's going to hit something crazy on this turn. Let's see what we get. Oh yeah, just, you know, 14 million attack stat, basically. So, should one-shot this guy, right? We didn't get any additional... Wow, okay. I see how it is. So, on this turn of all turns, we don't get any additionals. We've already had a turn in this run where he did a triple super. And, of course, he can't do it on this turn. This is the same, like, bad RNG... as when you use like Int Broly's active skill and then he doesn't do any additional supers on that turn. So very unfortunate, but I guess it is what it is. So we get the AoE with physical Cell. The Whis is still active, so we shouldn't really have any trouble here. We'll go for getting rid of this AGL one at the end, just so he doesn't come in and take out second form Cell. And then there you go. So I wouldn't be surprised if this is the final turn. Yeah, nearly 5 million attack for physical LR Cell. So he's going to do a lot of damage here. So as you can see, this team, if you don't mind throwing out a few items, very, very effective at beating this stage. I have seen, shout out to my friend, Mr. T. It took him multiple attempts, but he did do this no items with the Cell team. So, I mean, pushing that Heroes agenda, obviously that just means the Heroes team is better, because we did the Heroes no items run on the first try. But the main issue is, as I've already said, there's no really, really good slot 1 unit, so you're kind of relying on AGL Cell to get those dodges, otherwise you are potentially looking at taking a pretty huge amount of damage in the various turns, especially because I can't remember actually if there was one in the first fight. I think there wasn't, but the second and third fight both have a tech enemy, so if they're the one that end up super attacking Cell and he doesn't dodge, then obviously it's going to be GG at that point. So considering this physical enemy super attack last time, I'm going to assume that he's not super attacking this time, and then we're just going to do this, and then this should be GG. So we almost got the Dokkan attack. We would have been getting it this turn. So now Demon King Piccolo supers. So again, if we'd put AGL Cell in slot 1 and he didn't dodge, then we would be dead now. So You got to be very careful. I know, like I said, a lot of people don't care about no item runs, so you can run this team, throw out some items, and then it should be a pretty straightforward clear. Because Cell, again, in his first form, he can do all of those things, like the dodging, additional, all that stuff, even at 55%. So even if you don't have dupes in your Cell, as long as you can find a good Cell friend, then obviously you can get it done with this team. So there you go. That is the Time Travelers Extreme Super Battle Road stage, beaten with the full Cell team. I feel like for a lot of people, if you don't have a good Heroes team, this is probably the best team that you can use to beat this event. So I do think this team very, very good, even though there are one or two weak links. The STR Cell, not particularly great. But again, you could swap him out for like the Prime Battle Cell. There's the Tech Easy A Perfect Cell. He's not great either, but he's a nuking style unit. He can give you a lot of healing. But this team can be very, very good for this stage. So let me know what team you guys used to beat this down below. I know a lot of people did say in the comments that they had their Heroes team. A few people in the comments in that other video said they didn't have a good Heroes team. So hopefully this helps, and let me know what team you guys used down below in the comment section. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Master Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below for the Discord and the merch store, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.